iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
It's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards. Get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. So, before I begin, I just have to address the shocking news out of New York with Eli Manning. So, let's put this in multiple perspectives if we can. First of all, there were rumors of this happening, and I think that many of us thought that the Giants thought they would do this. They wanted to take a look at their guys, but we just thought that everybody wanted them to get rid of Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese, but the Giants said, no, we don't want to do that. We want to hold on to them. We'll get rid of them at the end of the year. Or they didn't say that, but their jobs are safe until the end of the season. So this issue had gone away. Well, the Giants continued to stink. I mean, they won against the Chiefs, but they lost this past week. And now we want to take a look at young talent. So they go to Eli and they say, look, we know you've got this consecutive game streak going. Do you mind if we take you out in the middle of the game? And Eli goes, well, if you're going to do that, you might as well just take me out in the beginning of the game. So they did. I can't even begin to show how upset I am. I can't even begin. First of all, Geno Smith may be one of the worst quarterbacks to ever play the game of football. He's terrible. What do I need to see with Geno Smith? What do I need to see? Nothing. He's bad. He can't get along with the guys in the locker room. Didn't some guy punch his face in? People hate him, and he's never won anywhere. So what do I need to see with Geno Smith? If you're the Giants and you had guts, you'd at least say, look, I want to see Davis Webb. But here's what they're doing. They're bringing Geno Smith in for week 13, then they'll bring Davis Webb in after that. How is that good? If you're going to make the move, don't do it half-assed. Do it all the way. You want to see Davis Webb? So be it. But why do I need to see Davis Webb in week 13? Why couldn't I see Davis Webb in week 15? Or even better, week 17? Why do I have to slight Eli Manning now? Isn't week 17 enough? Don't you remember when Matt Flynn played for the Packers against the Lions and put up like 17 touchdowns in week 17? Why do I need to see Davis Webb now? I grew up a Giant fan. Do I blame Eli Manning for this season? Not a chance. And trust me, you know I'm not shy. I'll blame whomever. I'll blame the water boy if I need to. Is it Eli Manning's fault that the offensive line can't block? Is it Eli Manning's fault that the running game can't run? Is it Eli Manning's fault that the defensive backs can't cover? Is it Eli Manning's fault that his receiving corps has gotten injured? Is it Eli Manning's fault that they haven't had good drafts in years? Tell me where this is Eli Manning's fault. Somebody tell me where it's Eli's fault. This is an icon. Whether you like Eli or not, he's been nothing short of outstanding in his career. Yeah, really has. Do you know what makes him outstanding? That he's done it forever. And he's done it consistently well. And he's won 2 Super Bowl rings. Look in your hand. How many Super Bowl rings do you have? 0. A lot of quarterbacks haven't won a Super Bowl. Eli Manning has won 2. Matt Ryan won a Super Bowl? Cam Newton won a Super Bowl? Dak Prescott? Matthew Stafford? Tell me, Phillip Rivers? Which of these guys have won a Super Bowl? Derek Carr? Seriously. Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, Kirk Cousins. Who's won the Super Bowl? Eli's won 2. You don't disrespect a 2-time Super Bowl winner by saying to him, we need to see Geno Smith. I've seen Geno Smith. There ain't nothing to see there. It's terrible. Why not fire the head coach? Everybody knows he's going to get fired anyway. Why not fire Jerry Reese? Everybody knows he's going to get fired too. Let's end this charade. How about keep Eli Manning and fire these other losers? Ben McAdoo's a bum. Yeah, I said it. Feel good about it too. Terrible. It was a terrible hire. Eli didn't even know what McAdoo was saying half the time. Didn't even understand his accent. Seriously, just because Ben McAdoo had some good games in Green Bay doesn't make him a head coach. People need to figure this out. Just because you were a coordinator for somebody doesn't make you a head coach. Now, some coordinators turned out to be pretty good. Sean McVay's pretty good. But you know what makes Sean McVay good? Is that he knows what he knows and he knows what he doesn't know. He goes, hey, Wade Phillips, you do the defense. See you later. I'll worry about Jared Goff and perfecting him. Sean McVay made Jared Goff better, didn't he? How good is Jared Goff right now? How badly would you like to have Jared Goff on your team? You would. You wouldn't have said that last year when Jeff Fisher was the coach. The Giants should be embarrassed for a team that always worries about its embarrassment and being in the headlines for bad things. They embarrass themselves here. You want to play Davis Webb? You see him in practice. Does he look good? Do you know what you have? Really, how good is this kid? And even if he ends up being Y.A. Tittle, even if Davis Webb ends up being Johnny Unitas, I still wouldn't put him in week 13 in the black hole in Oakland. If you're going to start a kid like that, don't you think you should be doing it at home? What do I need Geno Smith out there for? What do I need it for? Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. I just know that I don't think I could be a New York Giant fan anymore. I don't think I can. I am just so upset that I can't be a New York Giant fan anymore. This was handled so poorly that I just can't do it. I can't. So I'm a free agent. I'm open. Maybe I'm going to be a Rams fan like my man Heat Override for Jared Goff and Sean McVay. Maybe I'll root for the Eagles and Carson Wentz. I love that dude. But I am a free agent. The Giants better go in and sign Bill Cowher in the offseason, otherwise I'm not interested, or John Gruden. Because I'm telling you, if they end up getting some coordinator for some crappy place, I couldn't be less interested. I am done. I'm done. Evan Ingram's value in a toilet bowl. Sterling Shepard's value in a toilet bowl. Yes, I know there are a lot of good quarterbacks in next year's draft. You know what you have with Davis Webb. You're watching him practice every day. As for Eli, I hope he goes to Jacksonville. Let him go with Tom Coughlin. And let him bring him to a Super Bowl. They need a quarterback because it ain't Blake Bortles. Eli would be great there. Let him go to Denver. With those skill position players in that defense, maybe another Manning takes the Broncos to the Super Bowl. But if I'm Beckham, I'm worried. If I'm Sterling Shepard, I'm worried. If I'm Ingram, I'm worried. Because I've got no quarterback, I've got no coach, I got no general manager. I got nothing. Nothing. This is a very, very sad day. It's a very sad day for any New York Giant fan. I can't imagine one Giant fan right now being happy about this. Maybe you didn't love Eli Manning. He won you 2 Super Bowls. He played great on the road. Eli Manning would go to Lambeau Field and beat Brett Favre on the road. Eli Manning beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Twice. Who does that? Eli Manning did. That's right, Eli Manning did. So I think Eli, I read this story once and I always thought it was great. There was a story about the Manning boys and that Peyton is very high-strung and Eli isn't. And they said, like, if they went out for dinner and Peyton ordered a steak and they gave him fish, he'd freak out and say, give me my steak. Eli would just eat the fish because that's his personality. It's fine. And that was the beautiful thing about Eli Manning. The guy could throw 5 interceptions in a game and then go out and throw a touchdown on the next play. That I respected. That I respected. Right? He just brushed things off and moved on. That's a skill. I wish I had that skill in life. I don't. I don't have that skill in life. But I'll tell you this right now. I'm a free agent. So send me some ideas. Who should I root for? Who should I cheer for? Because it ain't the Giants anymore right now. I'm done. I am done. It's like the Yankees getting rid of Jeter. The only person who would like that is Adam Ronis. I can't get over what the Giants did. You want to see Geno Smith. Here's what you see. Ineptitude. I just showed it to you. There it is in a nutshell. Boom. Flash. He sucks. All right. Waiver wire. Who am I looking at? Blaine Gabbert is going to start this week. And you know what? Blaine Gabbert may start next year too. I think he looks better than Carson Palmer. I got to tell you that. How about Jimmy Garoppolo? You know I love Jimmy G. If he's out there, go get him. Jimmy G is going to make this team look really good. He stays patient in the pocket. He's smart. He's been well-groomed, well-trained. I love this kid. Build around him. I don't know if he'll help you in a fantasy league this year, but if I want a guy on my bench right now better than Joe Flacco or Andy Dalton, I pick up Garoppolo, no problem. Trevor Siemian, he might be the guy. I don't think it's Brock Osweiler. Trevor Siemian may keep that job and be a career backup. So take a look at him. How about Brett Hundley, who looked very good against the Steelers? Can lightning strike a few more times this season? Possible. Possible. Deshaun Kaiser, they'll have Josh Gordon and Corey Coleman back, and Duke Johnson and Isaiah Crowell. Can't get any better than this for Kaiser. So maybe you take a squint at him. At running back, the Drake, Kenyon Drake. I think he's somebody that you need to be looking at this week. I can't believe he's out there in your league, but if he is, pick him up. Damian Williams is out. He may be out for the next couple of weeks. I like him. How about TJ Yeldon? If something's wrong with Leonard Fournette, then TJ Yeldon's the guy there. I like him. How about Rod Smith for Dallas? How about Jaquiz Rodgers in case Doug Martin is out? I do like Peyton Barber. But I like Jaquiz a little bit more. How about Corey Clement, who I think should be the third down back there for the Eagles? If you need a running back, look at him. Travaris Cadet. Who knows when Mike Tolbert's coming back? I don't know when Mike Tolbert's coming back, but I know that Cadet is decent. Tolbert's still not practicing this week. Maybe Cadet gets another game, and that game gets out of hand. I could see Cadet being interesting. That game is against New England. When they're down 40-20 in the third quarter, you may see a lot more Cadet and a lot less of LaShawn McCoy. Just mentioning it. Look at that. I'm even writing that down because I don't want to forget. All right, at wide receivers, Martavis Bryant. I don't think you see Juju this week. Zay Jones. I don't think you see Kelvin Benjamin the rest of the year. How about that? Zay Jones, a really good play. Dontrell Inman, the new number 1 receiver for the Bears. And how did the Bears cut Trey McBride? How do you cut Trey McBride? You need young talent. This guy's obviously talented. You cut him? What'd I miss? D.D. Westbrook looks pretty good. Let's get him involved. Alan Hearns, probably still out. For the Raiders, Seth Roberts and Cordell Patterson. They get the Giants. The Giants don't have Janoris Jenkins. But my question is this. The Giants may just have thrown in the towel. Who knows? I don't know whether Roberts or Patterson are going to have big weeks. I don't trust them to have huge weeks. Josh Reynolds is interesting. Robert Woods is out. Josh Reynolds might be in. Keep an eye on him. At tight end, Ricky Seals-Jones. Now, I knew Ricky Seals-Jones pretty well from Texas A&M. He was an underperforming wide receiver. But he was big. He's a big dude. He's like 6'5", 240. So Bruce Arians moved him out to tight end, and he's been good. Doesn't play a lot of snaps, but when he's good, he's pretty good. When he's on the field, he does well. I would take a shot on him, especially in a standard league. Keep your eyes on him. Julius Thomas this week against Denver. Could score. You know the revenge narrative is there. George Kittle. I like him to improve this with Jimmy Garoppolo. CJ Fedorowicz. Looked better with Tom Savage last week. He's starting to settle in there. I love this guy. So keep your eyes on Kittle and Fedorowicz. They're not sexy players, but they can do enough, just enough to get you through. Now, this is week 13. This is the last week for pickups. I'll give you a piece of advice. Get yourself a second kicker. Get yourself a second tight end. You don't need a second defense, unless your first defense sucks. Okay? One defense is all you need, but a second kicker and a second tight end. God forbid you have Travis Kelce and he gets hurt. You know what you got for the next 3 weeks? 0. A goose egg. Can't win with a goose egg. This is about winning. I know you want to get in the big dance, but you got to win when you get there. Right? So try to play for a few weeks ahead. That's what I do. I will get a second quarterback. I will get a second kicker. I will get a second second tight end. 1 defense. I got to go all in. I got to be ready because there's no more moves after Friday. Okay? But right now it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. Remember, I want you to join scoutdfs.com right now. Get involved, get a free trial, see what we're doing there. Check out our optimizers, check out our chat rooms, check out our scout scores. Be part of the DFS revolution at scoutdfs.com. And then, of course, scoutfantasy.com. We do what we do, and we keep on doing it well. Week 13 is such a big week, I can't even imagine about waivers tonight. Hanging in the balance. Am I going to make the playoffs in most of my main events? I don't know. I'll find out on Monday. Pretty crazy stuff. Good luck in bidding. I hope you do a better job than the Giants. This is Dr. Roto saying be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!